Hi everyone, I'm Megan Benanti, and I've got your reading for our Star Strength people. So the Star card is 17 in Tarot, and then 1 plus 7 equals 8, which is our Strength card. And so if your birthday digits add up and reduce to 17 and 8, then you are a Star Strength. And so this reading is here to guide you through January of 2021. So let's see what we've got for you. Okay, so first up, there's some struggle with a male figure here for you Star people. And you don't necessarily need to be afraid or concerned about whether they're gone permanently. This is a shift you guys are having. And maybe he's emotionally kind of shut you out a little bit, or he's traveling, he's away. I feel like his attention is like totally focused in another direction. So I don't know if this is, if you guys are pulling apart permanently, but I do feel like he can't be there for you right now, and that it's actually not about something you're doing, it's about something else he's focused on. And so just don't take blame or responsibility or feel bad about something you've done. It really is his choice. And so just allow for that to happen because there's some other distraction there. Now your career, it feels like you're kind of coming out of a difficult place in career, but I feel like this is beginning to grow for you. There's more optimism there. There's some healing that's happening. There might even be a little bit of money coming forward in January. So I don't know if that's a small raise. I know many people have had cuts, and so it seems kind of unlikely, but yet this is here, and it's small, but it makes a difference. It's an effort, so maybe it's a bonus, which I know many people get at the end of the year, but some people are more, it's their business year or whatever. So I feel like there's good healing that is coming out of that, and opportunities are coming, and also like there might be some growth for you in business in January. So it's definitely, it's coming out of a bad place but into a better one. So that seems really positive. Okay, now one of the things that I want you to focus on, and I want you to see this as a real plus for you and as an accomplishment, is kind of going into hermit mode. So the ability to do it on your own, to get better perspective on your life. This is part of your spiritual journey. And one of the things that's particularly significant with this tarot deck, the Slow Tarot, is being really rooted and knowing where you've come from and what that's about for you. So I feel like you've not only do you have better perspective on your life, but you're very solid in who you are and what your values are about. And this to me is also giving you the ability to cope with whatever that partnership is that you've been struggling with. So just allow yourself to kind of thrive in this time, in this January. Work, you've got a new beginning here, and it's connecting you on an emotional level. And so maybe it's learning some new skills that are tying into your career, or perhaps your dream career. So you might be enrolling in school and learning new things, or it could be just, a small class, or it could be a project that is something that you've always wanted to focus on. But there's enthusiasm and joy and this great adaptability to learning and connecting with it on an emotional level. I feel this is very strong and powerful and just wonderfully enjoyable for you. So that's super good. And know that you can take on whatever it is that you feel like taking on in your work realm. As long as you approach it from the eyes of a child, from seeing it from a new perspective, and seeing it as a learning opportunity, not that you have to like solve the world's problems, but just take it with a learning, the idea of growth there. Okay, now challenges that you might be looking at. It's interesting, but for you the challenge is closure, and it's ending an aspect of your life that maybe it was time. You knew it was time. It's been a long time coming here. And it's time for you to up level. And I think that's probably a little bit scary right now. And it's interesting. In this deck, it's called the World, but it actually shows a model of the universe. And so, it's not a natural universe, it's a controlled universe, with lots of moving parts, and nothing really runs into each other because they're all on their own orbits. And I think there's part of your life right now that's acknowledging that everybody's got to run in their own orbit, and that sometimes we collide and it's magical, and sometimes we have to move on from one another. And there's many other aspects to each planet in our universe. They all have their own moons and things that are navigating around them. And I feel like you're doing a lot of shifting. You're seeing how your relationships grow and evolve and develop. And this is, pardon me, within your family. It's also with your friendships. And you're acknowledging all the moving parts and how you fit into that. And that sometimes you feel like maybe your friends aren't there for you, and it's not that they don't love you, but maybe they just can't be because their orbits are so caught up in their own. They're so caught up on their own orbit. So just looking at that, it seems important because you've got that Hermit sort of paired with the world here. Also, don't be afraid to be the light in the darkness. You are your own light, and you can shed that light and share that with others. So. All right, now, work, let's see. Oh, get up and get busy. You're going to be tired in January, really tired and worn out, but there is no rest for the weary. So I do want you to focus on sleep like it's a priority, not that it's a secondary thing and that you're putting going out first. No, sleep needs to be scheduling that in and making that a priority, because you need real rest and recovery here. You've got a very busy month, and I want you to be able to recoup and recharge during your resting hours. I do feel like you're looking at fatigue during the day as well, though. So if you're doing a detox or a cleanse, that first part of the month could be a little bit brutal, because we do get drained and exhausted, and as the body purges out a lot of that weird gunk that's built up and been defunct over time, we get a little bit run down, and know that that will pick up later in the month. I would not be opposed to you doing a detox as I look at this, because you do have focus on kind of needing to heal yourself, and your body needs more TLC. So, okay, now, surprises. Oh, you might have kind of a family surprise. So something sweet, something special, but connected to your family. So it might be with your children if you have kids. It might be with your parents or siblings. But it's good communication. It's feeling connected. It's feeling loved, and knowing that they're there for you, even if something has gone awry relationship-wise for you elsewhere. I feel like family is going to be your support. And I know they're a little, it's not that they're crazy, but they're a little sideways. Like, I do feel like the house is leaning a little bit. Okay, so everybody's family has a little bit of cray-cray in there. But they're good, and they know how to make a home, and they know how to love you to the best of their ability. And if you can see that in them, then I think you're going to find some real fulfillment there. Okay, so also with your career, again, that exhaustion showing up, but I do feel like you're prepared for anything. You're like, okay, I can do this. And so there's new growth, although I feel like there's some aspects of your job that might be transitioning out in January as you take on something new and learning some new skills, because you've already grown a lot and probably kind of maxed out what you're doing right now. But I also feel like that will branch into other things. So there's a lot of good growth and staying on top of it, and just being busy and staying prepared. Okay, now, one of the things I'm asking is what you bring forward to your relationships, and here, and as your strength. Right now, there's a couple things that are coming up. One, it's being discerning and evaluating what's good for you in a relationship, And so with that, there's some of the criticism aspects of judgment and the difficulty of that. But you know what? We have to have good judgment, and sometimes that's a brutal lesson that can come out of it. But I also think it's of judgment and the difficulty of that. But you know what? We have to have good judgment, and sometimes that's a brutal lesson that can come out of it. I think it's coming away from your partner and going, okay, I've got no judgment of you. I'm just here in this moment, and we're trying to make the best of it. So, you know, allow room for that with your partner, or, you know, even if you guys have taken a break, to just step back and not badger the other person, not criticize or say, well, you should have done this. This is about you healing you, and I think that's the best gift you're going to give yourself this month, or give your partner, is to heal yourself, and to do self-reflection as well. Your self-care, awesome. It's about balance, and doing what you really need to do for you, and knowing that it's what you need to do for you, and not feeling guilt that it's like being selfish or entitled. It's like, oh my God, I need a massage. Like, I'm in so much pain, I need a massage. And there's times where yeah, sure, I'd like a massage every day. But there's times when I'm like in significant pain, and I know that a massage would be part of that healing factor for me. And so I'm looking at this for you, and it's very much you honoring what your body needs and taking care of that. It's also honoring dietary restrictions that you might be taking on. So again, that idea of cleanse, because I feel like this is balance and moderation. Although I got a lot of fire in this. So, you know, if you're someone who's been suffering with acid reflux, you know, that's going to be part of this, is that you need to probably really cut out a lot of the grains, because I think that's a contributing factor for you. And strength people, you know, your nutrition, whoo, that's huge, huge. Your body is your temple, it is your sanctuary, and it needs to be able to be restored. So this month is very much about that. Okay. Now, one of the great things that you've got coming forward is how you're going to pay it forward, what you're going to give to others as you move forward in your life. And January, it's really interesting. It's about giving love and compassion to others, friendship, kindness, and really an extension of yourself to be truly genuine with other people. And Star Strength, I find you guys are very much that way anyway. That's nudity in tarot. It is to be honest and open and vulnerable with the body and the mind. And so I see you putting yourself out there to be really kind to others in a way that implies friendship and genuineness. And that's really powerful. So I think you can really touch some lives this month. All right, Star Strength, I hope that helped you all and that you found this informative. Please feel free to leave me any constructive feedback below. I'm always open to what people have to say. If you want to know more about me, check out my website at tarotdallas.com, and I will look forward to seeing you again in February. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.